Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We are here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Wednesday, so you know it's time for getting your money right. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we have Coach Caren Fern all the way from Toronto, Canada, today to talk to us about our money. Now, I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. She's on the road today, and we just want to say, hey, Fran,
Hi, friend.
good travels today. In addition to that, we want to thank everybody who's tuning in on the replay. We would like you to put any questions you have in the chat. We do check back to see if we can address your concerns. And today we just want you to know that there's always going to be something in the show to help you do business better. So with that, let's get ready to take the hassle out of your hustle with Coach Caren Fern. Hi, Coach. How you doing?
I am fabulous. And to add
Good.
what Terry says, share this out so that more people
Yeah.
can come in and see what's going on and use it because we never know who needs what we have, and just from sharing it out, we help others to get
And
to where
while
they
you,
need to be. So
since you said that, I'm going to stop and do that while you're talking.
so today we are talking about doing the work that excites you. And I'm gonna go back and do briefly, not every week, but August we dive really into money, debt money, about money, all different money areas. And if you haven't seen those, go back. 4 Wednesdays ago, we did a really good job on money talk. And
Mhm.
we left it off in building a financial abundance atmosphere. And that really means, feeling abundance even before the money come in, making plans for the money that you have deemed will come in. Go back and really pay attention to how money came in before, what were you doing, what were your thought process, all those things to bring in money. And if you really feel there's a pressure of the world, people dying, all kind of things happening, and it is affecting everybody worldwide. Our job, you and I, is to push forward and to see the brightness and to see the ray of sunshine. And while
Mhm.
that's happening, start reminiscing and going back to the things that used to excite you, if nothing is exciting you right now. Go back and look into those things. Go back and be in there. Be playful. Get a straw. Okay, I'll get into that later. But just get in there and be playful and get excited again. So if you forget what used to excite you, if you forget what used to excite you, if you have left it for whatever reason, it doesn't really matter anymore. I want you to find your way back there because that
Mhm.
joy, that love, that creative part of your brain is begging for you to return, because when you do, you really and truly do a lot of wonderful things for yourself first and your family and your business. It really punches things up. And don't feel bad also if you get excited about something for yourself and it has nothing to do with your family at the said moment. Because lots of times we have to really feed our spirit first and get ourselves on board before we include others. This is
Okay.
not being selfish. This is taking care of your really body, mind, and spirit. This is the whole thing, you understanding. I'm gonna wait this morning as I was working out, a thought dawned on me because a question was asked of me, and I told the person, said, I'm happy. I've always been happy. I've decided to be happy. And they said, so you're saying I don't make you happy? And I said, no, I choose to include you in part of my happiness package. You can't make me happy. This is from deep down inside. If you're looking for outward happiness, you're going to have a uphill battle and you're very rarely going to find it. Just saying. All right. Now
Well,
let's get
anytime you let me put it this way: anytime you outsource your emotions,
Oh, I like that, Terry. Say that again, please.
anytime you outsource your emotions, there's going to be a problem. Okay, because someone else, a third party, is now in charge of how you feel, and I don't think we ever thought about it that way.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh my God,
That is powerful.
that is a book. Let me write that down.
Go write that down. That's powerful, girl. This is what I love about conversation. I don't understand how people want to have them. The people who don't. Conversation bring about so many great things in this world, even the ones you have with yourself. This is important stuff. All right. While Terry's writing, I'm going to run down the list of what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about what excites you and what lights you up.
Okay.
What were you feeling?
Wow. We have
Feelings
more.
you had when you were a child? What kind of happy feelings you had?
Mm-hmm.
Write that down. What brings you joy daily? Good morning, Marine. How are you, darling? Write that down. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to answer. Good morning, Cecilia. I want you to answer those three questions. What excites you and what lights you up? And whatever that is, this is for your eyes only. Please write it down and then stay into that feeling and write everything that comes with it. It's that brain mapping you can do if you'd like. You know, you draw a circle, you write it down, and then you have all those stems happening on how that makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have it right now, go back to when you were a child and remember what lights you up. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the child part because I think one of the biggest thing I've ever done for myself in life is to be able to, even though I had a lot of hard child spots, able
Mm-hmm.
to go back into the good ones and really sit in those to see why I am who I am today. How I have taken out all those pieces, all the good stuff, and use it in my life to keep
Mm-hmm.
elevating me all the time. When I'm down, I look for it. Even when I'm happy, I still use them because they give me this extra burst of energy. We had a fruit called jamun. We still have it in Guyana. And when you bite into it, they do have a seed. We make wine and stuff of it. I guess it's our grape, and the juice is just explode in your face, especially the big ones. So you gotta bite it when your mouth closed. And as kids, we would bite it and of course let the juice spill all over, get into trouble with our mother because it was the fun thing to do. Silly, but it was a fun thing to do. See, it
Mm-hmm.
brought joy to us. We would just giggle about it.
Sort of like raspberries on a white dress. Yeah.
Right? And we get inside and we're like, look, there's blood in our faces or whatever nonsense. Your mom was not thinking it was funny. But to me and my cousins was hilarious. And what brings you joy daily? I really want you to take a minute and find out about what brings you joy. Yeah. So when I talk about what excites you, what lights you up, it could be anything. It could be anything. For me, it's dance. It's sewing. It's singing, putting words to songs, putting my own words to songs. I listen to the lyrics and whatever it's telling me, I put in my own words. That brings me so much joy and it excites me.
Mm-hmm.
And because my spirit is excited and because I'm feeling joyous and I want to do, it also leads me into thinking about a lot of great things that I can do for others. And that comes out in my program, my courses. And when I talk to people, when I attend mastermind, these things don't seem like it would, but it does. Because you see yourself feeling when you're light. This is the thing about being excited. It lightens your spirit. I want to say this first. When you're excited, it just lightens your spirit. And when your spirit is light and you're feeling like really there's no big care in the world, it opens up this new space in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. And you really, at that moment, believe you can do anything. And that's the moment you really want to get to because you really can. But if you let it slip by, then you start giving yourself all the reasons and excuses why you can't do the very thing that in that moment you thought you could have done.
Mm. Okay. Wow.
And
Wow.
that's why you need to find what excites
Okay.
you.
I really hadn't thought about it that way.
Number two is thinking about your happiness in childhood days. And when you think about whether you played hide and seek, whether you played jump rope, just all the different things you did, you
Mm-hmm.
just did them. I remember we had this game that we played in school called Chinese skipping. It really was a row. You take the rubber out of the bicycle and you strip it up into tiny strips, and you would tie them together, and two people will be in them. And you start at your ankles, and we had challenged ourselves that people would put them up to their shoulders, and then we got real ridiculous, and we put them to our necks to see who can jump inside of them. Now, if you're short, great. But if you get two tall people and you look at the rope, every adult has said to us, you can't do it. And every adult has watched us as children jump inside of that rope. And I had a friend that was 6 feet, I don't know what. And I remember when I cleared the rope with her, I felt like I could do anything because I jumped in. And you didn't only have to jump in, you had to jump in, turn it into an X, and then jump back out and then pick up the rope, the rubber, and move it over to the other side and jump again. You had to do this whole choreography, if you want, to win the game. What was my focus? What was everybody who played the game focus? To win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it day after day. We did it.
We have a comment here from Al. He says, I have a lot of work to do to help my children prepare for their future and their blessing. That's what brings him excites him and brings him joy daily. And then he says, in my childhood days, my parents provided me with a home environment to explore my talents. Now that I'm a parent, I'm providing them with the same environment and resources. That is beautiful, Al.
That's a blessing, Al. That's right
We
there.
are excited for you, and it's a blessing to be home to be able to do that.
Yes.
To have a flexible schedule. And that's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur and being, if you will, in business for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
Bravo for you. And
bravo. I always say it outweighs what happens and how you're feeling, because anytime somebody tell me, and I had that discussion only yesterday about a job, they said, Caren, if you had a job, a lot of ups and downs that life had thrown you wouldn't have experienced. And I said, that's true, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change it.
I don't think many of us would change our journeys.
No.
Whether we had careers outside the home or whether or not we were in business for ourselves, we chose our path.
Yes.
When you choose your path, don't live a life of regret. Just keep looking forward.
It's wasted energy.
What's
sit around.
Is that crying over spilled milk?
Thank you. Wasted energy. You sitting here. I had a big corporate job. It used to pay me X amount of dollars, and I left it. And now, no, you left it because something there wasn't fulfilling your soul and your spirit, and that's why you left. And now that you decide to do what you did, and it didn't work out, it just didn't work out at that moment. You didn't fail. It was teaching you some lessons that you needed to learn. That's it. You didn't fail anything. Your life is not over. You still have life. You're all well and good. This was your journey. Everybody's got a choice to make, and you make it, and you don't be fighting and whining over it. We're adults. It's done. Moving along.
There you go. There you go.
And that's what children do. Children, we make a mistake, we jump hopscotch, we went into the wrong box, we learn, and we move on. And we are happily moving along. We do the jump rope and we didn't get it. We stay in there until we get it. Or we're waking up next day saying, I'm going to win today. That's all that's on our minds. I know.
That's true. That's true. And you know what? We've taken that spirit and we've just moved it to electronics. The kids have the same attitude about the electronics that we had about hopscotch, jump rope, whatever it was that we were competing in. It's still competition, and it still makes us light up.
Yes. It makes us light up. I remember when my friend brother, he's younger than her, and he would play the games like crazy, and they were so mad with him. And then he'd move out from the mom's house and had his own place, got a little job, and just paid his stuff. And she said to me, she said, Caren, I said, you know what? She said, talk to him. I said, okay. I said, why are you doing it? He said, I just love the games. I love the characters, whatever. I said, so are you going to start doing games? This is your career? He says, I don't think so. I said, aren't you an artist? He's like, yeah. but I don't think I'm good at it. I said, then you're good at it. The minute you don't think you're good at it, you're really good
Mm.
at it. And he took me, and if you see that, this guy was, the guy's a genius. Let me just say, he's just a beautiful artist. Anyway, eventually he went back to university because I think he dropped out. He went back to university, got his degree in something arts. Now he teaches the stuff. He's helping kids with gaming because he really loved to be in the frame mind of kids. So that's where he's really shining. And I'm so happy that he found it.
Wow.
Because if he hadn't had the courage to leave, he would have gotten sucked into a different career that he wouldn't have been enjoying. And he's enjoying his career because he's still an artist, and he gets to teach kids about gaming, he gets to teach them about art, and he gets to be the kid that he loved being in his life. He's got a good life.
It makes a difference when you wake up excited about what you're going to do for the day.
It does.
Hmm. Now, let's see what Al's saying here. I was given 8 weeks of lessons that I obtained on how to be an entrepreneur from Operation Hope Inc. Looking at my current work situation being inside hashtag inside Amazon, being in logistics operations has allowed me to have a work schedule to be with my children during their distance learning classes in the daytime. Isn't that wonderful
Such
to
a
have
beautiful.
something that syncs up with what lights you up? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I just wanted to be there. I just wanted to be. I'm so happy for you all. And I want people to know, if this is not your situation and yours feel difficult, I want to talk about that for a minute. I want you to find something in what's happening at the moment. I think this is the big key sometimes, and sometimes I probably skip over it. So I'm going to take a moment and really say,
Hmm.
when you're in a situation where it's not like, and you didn't know that you can make choices like some of us, because some people really don't understand that they have a choice.
Hmm.
I want you to again go back into what I'm talking about, because those moments will make you find things in yourself that, even if you don't know how to find a light, talking with others will light you up. I have always worked on my own because I've always had my own business. And when I came to Canada and I was in a job situation, I hear people would say, I go to work with so and so, but they're not my friends. They're just my acquaintances. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. My experience was different. And maybe because I was open. I got to work. I befriend people, every department. I was happy to chat with them. I was happy to talk to them. I find that that allowed me to expand me because I didn't have any friends here. I didn't know anybody. And I was purposeful on my endeavors, seeking people out to have a conversation with them, and nothing deep. Just morning,
Hmm.
how was your day? How was your weekend? Girl, what are you doing? Are you intend to stay here forever? Is this your career? Because I could see people who really were doing great things, but they were just there without any further ado. And they would say to me, well, why are you asking? And I was like, well, if you plan to stay here, you better be happy. And if you're not happy, why are you staying? But they didn't see the options. And just from us talking and
Hmm.
continuing talking with no pressure, so many lives bulbs went off, and so many people over time has found their career, has left, had decided, had seen opportunities that was staring them in the face, but probably didn't have anybody who took time out to genuinely ask them, what do you want to do? Why are you here? Simple questions just had the balls moving.
Hmm. Hmm.
Get you there. I used to say, because when I first came to Canada, the job I had was great. Simple, it didn't do nothing much. And it paid better than the job that I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
When God moved you from one place and He sent His angels to move you somewhere else, do not be upset. It's work He's sending you to do. That
Mm.
job, I wash dishes. It wasn't a fancy job, but that job helped me to minister to so many people. And at the time, I never seen it as that.
Great.
I never knew that's what I was doing. I was there, but I had helped so many people, either because they found their career or they were in university, young kids who decide this is not what I really want to do. But nobody asked me this question. I had a
Yeah.
little. Nobody asked them. I had a little girl who was studying psychology, And one lunchtime, she sat there in the lunchroom. She's so sad. And I said to her, what is wrong? She says, she just bursts into tears. And then she finds it. She says, I don't want to study this. Every time I go to class, it upsets me. I don't like where it's going. It makes me feel like I'm going down this dark place. I can't deal with it. So I said, then why are you staying there? Because I'm free spirited. So I didn't understand the hole that people were feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
she said to me, Sandra said to me, she says, I don't know what I can do. I said, well, A, you can go to the admin and tell them you want to change careers. And B, you tell your parents. She said, you think I can? I said, of course you can. This is your life, it's not theirs. You got to get in there. And if it takes you 3, 4 tries, you got to change. I
Mm.
mean, within a month, she came back so happy. She said, I'm not there anymore. I'm like, yes, you didn't have to stay because she was just dying slowly within her heart, just dying slowly.
So let me ask you this, Coach. How does this affect our ability to make money in our business? Tie this back to that.
Tie back to that. Okay. When you are not excited, because we talked about abundance last week, when you're not excited about what you do, I'm glad you asked the question. I'm not even going to do number 3. Let's do that right away. When you are not excited about what you're doing, you remember I talk about ebb and flow of money, how it just leaves your pocket and you don't know why it's leaving your pocket? A
Uh-huh.
miserable person could work for a lot of money and don't see their money. A person who's happy and excited could work for a little bit of money and see their money because they're allowing themselves to be and they're open enough and light enough for money to come in. Money's tricky. Money is a trickster. He or she loves to be tricky with you, but you don't notice it. Unhappy. When you're unhappy, money leaves you. Money
Mm-hmm.
disappears from you. Now, if you have money in investment and you're not touching it, it tends to stay there. But watch how you, if you're panicky and worried, if you were in the stock market and you're panicky and you're worried, you're always in worried land. And you might never tell anybody, but you lose so much money because you spend your time allowing the money to escape in that worried mood. You're sending that energy, if you will. You're anticipating the worst. You're waiting for it to happen so that you can say, you see, I didn't like the stock market. Now my money's gone.
Mm.
You have to find, this is such a thin line. And I'm going to say, money's a trickster. So you are unhappy. Let's go back to Sandra. She worked 3 days a week and then one day on the weekend. 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
one day on the weekend, right? All of a sudden, because she's so worried, she's only working 2 days a week. Then she went down to one day a week because she can't study right, because she's taking longer to get the schoolwork done. So she needed more time off. Imagine you're getting 3 days pay and now you're down to one day pay. She just lost 2 days money. But she needs the money. But school is more important because she needs to get her degree so she can get on to med school. So she's choosing school in front of work, and I agree. But she still needs the money. Now, if she is clear on what she's going to school for, and she's happy and excited about the program, she can come and do the 3 days a week because most kids at the time were doing either 2 weekend days and one in the week, or two during the week and one weekend full days
Yes.
because they were taking the courses, the program that excited them. So when they come to be a waitress now at the retirement home, they are happy. They're excited. They're singing. They're talking with their colleagues. They're happy with the retirees, and
Mm-hmm.
they can pick up an extra shift. They will because they know even if the work is hard, that's where they want to be in. That's where the money tie in. It takes, that's why I said it's so tricky because it doesn't seem like it's affecting money, but it
Mm-hmm.
affected her money because she's working just one day. She had to lose the 2 days because she need more study because she's not studying what she wants. It's not sticking in the brain.
Mm.
It's like taking a course online. If you're taking a course online just because you hear 10 people told you to take the course, but it's not a course for you, you're not going to do the course. Which means it's going to take you longer for your business to move because this course was to help your business move. Which means it's harder for you to sell, market, and make your business make you money. Because without marketing and selling, your business make no money.
Uh-huh.
And you find yourself in this hole only thinking about if I could only finish learning how to make earrings. Well, maybe you're not supposed to make earrings. So leave the earrings alone and go buy a pair and focus on the thing that is good for your business
Mm.
so that you can market it, so that you can sell it to people. so that your money becomes steady,
Yes.
so that you feel good, you building your confidence. Because when you have a business and money's not coming in, you lose some of your confidence. You start feeling like you're not sure if it's what this is what you should do. You start questioning the thing that you're making or creating or the service you're providing. But that's because you're all over the place. And this is the other thing about human beings. We don't want to admit that we're all over the place. It makes us feel scattered. And then
Mm-hmm.
to say it out loud, we are like, maybe I shouldn't tell anybody. But if you can contain it yourself, you need to tell somebody. And you need to ask them, how can I be successful in what I do if my mind is going crazy on 10 things? And let
Mm-hmm.
them help you to rein it in into that one thing. You see, when you do 10 things, you are used to doing them. It's just a bad habit. But if you understand that you only need to do 3 things to make your business prosper, and even when you're tempted, and let me just tell you, the minute you cut down from 10 to 3, and I'm just throwing a number out here, everything is
Mm-hmm.
going to come at you to show you why you need the extra 2 or 7. It happens all the time. People will say to you, well, like somebody said to me, well, I mean, why wouldn't you want to just sell Avon? I mean, people, whatever. Or why wouldn't you want to sell essential oils? You got a cleaning business. And I was like, because I don't want to sell essential oils. That's a whole separate business. No, it's not separate. You just buy it and you add it and you sell it to your customer. It is. If I want to sell essential oils, it is. I have to market essential oil. I have to go to meetings. I have to tell a lot of people. It's taken away from me training my girls, bringing out new product, looking after stuff in my business. It's taken away money from me. Let me just clarify. It's taken away money from me. So I have to be diligent and focused. I know it was a mouthful.
It was, and I'm not sure I actually followed that. So you're saying if you get distracted by multiple businesses, that that's a concern?
It is, but that's not what I was talking about. When you have, okay, so let me clarify. When you have a business
Mm-hmm.
and you are pulled, because once you narrow things down, you're going to be pulled. Once you're pulled into maybe MLM or anything, and you say
Mm-hmm.
yes to it because it seems simple, because maybe at the time your business is not making any money,
Mm-hmm.
you are pulling away from the very thing that you're being tested on. I'm going to be truthful with you guys. I had my cleaning company with 60 clients and went down to 2 clients at one time. And you know, Terry, I didn't care who had the golden spoon. I never went left with them.
Mm-hmm.
I kept my 2 clients and I kept focusing on where I was falling down and what had happened. I was honest. What happened that the client disappeared? One thing, I had a lot of older clients and I never replenished with younger clients. Two, when I rebuild, I could have senior citizens, but they cannot be the majority of my clients. Three,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter was sick and it took its toll on me, and I was low in energy. So I was not being as diligent as I could have been. Four,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do it alone. I need to hire people, the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Five, I have to watch my money. Period. That should have been the first. But I telling you how it happened in my head. I have to watch my money. And everybody will say to you when these things are happening, kind of, why don't you just get a job, get something to tide you over? You know, it's not going to be forever. You know, you could just get a job in the meantime. And I'm not telling anybody don't do it if that was their situation. I'm just telling you, watch out. That job, if you really wanted to stay in your business, will take you away.
Mm-hmm.
And getting back to your business would be one of the hardest thing you ever do. Yes.
I
Yes.
see. Okay, stay focused.
Stay focused. In all that conversation is stay focused. And
Wow.
make sure you bring joy to yourself daily.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're doing, bring joy to yourself. Morning, Brenna. Bring joy to yourself
Jill's
daily.
there. Mm-hmm.
Laugh, skip, find something funny to watch. Watch a comedy. If you're feeling really down, watch some comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Run for a little bit. Skip if your knees will allow you. Sit down and breathe. Get a straw. That's what I was going to talk about. Get a straw. Get soap and water. Blow some bubbles. Yes. Put coloring in there if you have. Make a straw painting. It's not going to go anywhere, but you can put it on your wall because I'm going to tell you something. I've got some silly paintings that every time I look at it, it is so funny. I just crack me up because it looks like a child did it, but it's my funny moment. And it
Wow.
just cracks me up if people give you cards. Like, I've got friends who give me the most beautiful cards. I stick them up. I look at what a card right here at different points. I stick up the card that the person might have given me. Then I turned 50. I had a card a girl had given me. I love this card. It was so funny. Every time I look at a card, I will just laugh, kill myself and laugh. But it's so funny. It was a funny little cartoon card. Turning, but when you go over the hill past 50, what happens? And you show me falling down the stairs with a bottle of wine. All kind of silliness was in the card. It was just a funny card.
Mm-hmm.
Find something that brings you joy daily and do it. And when you're in the hardest place in your time of life, go find it. Do it.
Mm.
Watch a kid, my granddaughter, get to the sink with soap and water, and she's in the best moment of her life. Just get the water. That's it.
It is so true. Just the little things just
Little
bring them joy, no matter what's going on. Especially, since we know they were born in this time period, they don't know anything else.
Nope.
They only know whether or not we're smiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so let's review.
Yes, yes. So I hope today what I bring you makes you see that you have to really find what lights you up. Today we talk about doing the work that excites you and lights you up. And if you don't know what that is, you need to go find it. And one of the ways in doing that is going back into your childhood and finding the happy moments. And listen, I understand each and every one of us had some sad spots. Matter of fact, some of us had mostly sad spots. But even if it was sad, there was moments in those sadness that they had some joy. I'm telling you, might have to go find it and dig a bit,
Mhm.
but it's there. Okay, there was some joy there. Find it, bring it back to life. You really, it's about feeling that moment and feeling
Mm.
what it had done for you and use that to your advantage. And then find joy in little things daily. When you do that, your spirit and soul lightens up, you're more open up, the brain waves allow you to think about things more abundantly, and therein lies your money, your dollars. Lots of times, people don't even understand that making dollars, it's not like you don't have to work hard for it, but lots of it come to you with how you are, how your being is. I love writing on my budget, unexpected money. It's always on my budget. Every month, there is a space for unexpected monies,
There you go.
and it comes.
So open up your hearts and get ready to receive your money.
Mhm.
I think that's one of the things you talk about too, is are we in a receiving um, frame of mind to receive our money? So
Yeah,
if we're lit up and excited about what we do, then now we can enjoy seeing the money flow.
seeing the money flow, receiving the money, you're not blocking the money, you're not worried about the money. It just happens. It just comes into play. It's just there. Take the worry out because you can't do anything about the worry. Worries for the Lord. You can't do anything about it.
You can't add one jot or one tittle to what's going on. That's right. You're right about that, Coach. Okay, guys. So here we are. Don't forget, do the work that excites you. So tomorrow is Thursday, and we'll be talking with Ram Shimizu and friends, Coach, about happy habits.
Habits.
Yes, and we wanna say to Coach Caren, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You always make us think different, and I want you to know I did write that down because I think that is something I need to explore.
Yes. When you said it, I was like, oh my God, yes.
I really think that's something I need to explore. So with that, I want to remind everybody that Friday we'll be talking tech and English for you business owners and coming up with hopefully some things that will help you to market your business better and to enjoy your business, because we want you to run a profitable business that's
On to run.
on the run. There you go. There you go. So, Coach, we want to thank you again. We love you. And for those of you who are looking for Coach Caren, we want you to know that you can find her at Profits in Daily over here on the web. Or you can look her up on Facebook under Caren Fern and direct message her. She does do business coaching, and she's very experienced in multiple businesses. So you would want to make sure that you connect with her. She can give you some sound advice on how to make profits in your business. Also, she has a private group over there on Facebook. Now, is the name of the group Profits in Daily, Coach?
Yeah, Profits in Daily for Entrepreneurs. Yeah.
For entrepreneurs. Okay, so you heard that, Profits in Daily for Entrepreneurs. We highly suggest that you join the group and get some vital information on how to improve what you do every day, daily. So with that, we want to say, don't forget to go to the front of your line. We love you guys. And if you missed it, please watch the replay. It was a great day today. Thank you again, Coach. So with that, we just want to say bye-bye and have a good one.